Alright, so this is the first time that I've ever hoisted an engine. I thought that I had one of the engine levelers, but I guess I just didn't grab that from my dad's place. Unless I did, and somehow I already lost it, but basically we're just attaching a chain. It goes from kind of one diagonal corner of the engine to the other, and then the hoist has a hook, and we're just going to hook that right in the middle of the chain. Should be able to get this thing off. I'm debating if I actually want to put it on a stand or just set it on one of the old tires. I'll probably set it on one of the old tires, but yeah, it's going to take up some room. Well, here goes nothing. Okay, so now that it's out of the truck, I can actually use the truck for camping in about 2 days, so that's nice to get it out of there. My plan is that I'm going to pull the truck forward, park it in its normal spot, pull the R8 out, and then get the engine sandwiched between the Grand National as well as the R8, so it should fit back there fine. Seeing it out of its pallet and unraveled, or not unraveled, but unpacked, it's really small. I didn't realize how small these engines were. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so you might be wondering, where did the engine go? Wasn't it just placed right there? Yes, it was. But then, I decided I didn't like it there, so moved it back to where I was originally trying to put it, just because it fits a lot better in the garage, so not as many people have to walk over here. I just realized if I want to start the Grand National, I would have to scoot that way. But, yeah, I got the engine onto the plywood, basically by manhandling it from the tires directly onto the plywood, and then scooting it across the garage floor to where it is now. So I'm gonna try and move it just a little bit further back. Good Lord. These things are a small engine, but they can definitely take some maneuvering and some effort to get these to slide across the floor. Damn, I guess I got a little bit of dirt there. I'm sure some of you are wondering, you know, Marty, why not just use an engine stand? Why do you have it on the floor? So I have an engine stand, but the bolts in it are incorrect for the engine, and I didn't realize that until now. So I was like, well, I gotta set the engine down somewhere, so that's why it's on the floor, is that I don't have the right bolts for it to connect to the engine stand. It's, I think it's either like a thread count issue or it's like a US versus metric issue. Not sure, but I didn't want to risk, you know, trying to jam the incorrect bolt in there, so. Okay, so as you can see, we have the engine on the stand now. We'll say it was pretty awkward getting it on there. I don't really think that's the way that it should be mounted, because it's all just kind of like shifted to the left a little bit. But it'll do the trick for now. It's on there solid, which is good. Got these super nice bolts from, I think it was Ace Hardware. And they're just long enough to where they can go in there. They're like a 3-inch, and they seem to be doing pretty well. But anyways, I've just been working on it. Taking it apart slowly. You can see there's some stuff missing here. But yeah, just keeping it all organized. Right here. So you can see I got the thermostat, the valve cover, valve gasket off, timing belt cover, spark plugs, air right here, and then the power steering. Funnily enough, my car does not have power steering, so I don't think we're going to be using this. But yeah, that's kind of how we're looking so far. Oh yeah, also got the alternator belt off. Okay, now that the spark plugs are out, I'm actually going to put a pretty large extension that has never once been used down gently into cylinder number 1. And then now what we're going to do is attach a socket here and rotate the engine, and then I'll be able to find the highest point, and that'll technically be top dead center. And then we continue on. And that is top dead center right there. Alright, timing belt is coming off. I've never done that before. Oh. Come here. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Yes. Oh. Mr. Spring dropped. Okay, good. That is so nice. Wow. Okay. We've made it down to the water pump now, so just gonna remove these 4 12mm bolts, and then there's 2 that are just directly on the side here, and we'll get that thing off. Huh. Well, that's the water pump. I don't know, this looks aftermarket, but it looks like it's in pretty good shape overall. But yeah, I mean, that was not a bad day's work right there. Got quite a bit taken off, and stuff that I've never actually laid my own hands on before, so water pump and timing belt are out, which is what I wanted to accomplish today. Tomorrow, we'll be having Jake over. He's very seasoned with Miata Engine, so we're gonna have him take a look at it and continue working on it.